All right. Catching up with Tings, number 20. And this episode, we're putting an end to the nonsense like Daryl Parks.
Who's Daryl Parks?
You don't know who Daryl Parks is?
I don't think so.
He's running for something in Florida.
Oh, is that the commercials that they keep playing on everything?
That's one way to say it.
Oh. I don't pay attention.
I think I like him. I like his attitude. But like I said, I want to talk about the podcast actually as a whole. You know, because when I started this, my intentions were that throughout genuine conversation and just whatever topics come up naturally, that we would have conversations that would have like a connection to other people, and like even if it's not learning much, we would just learn something or think about things differently, and you know. But now that I have 20 of them in and a good conversation with somebody, you know, about the show, about how maybe I could make it better, you know, if I had more structure. And I think it's a very good point. But structure is something I've always lacked in every category of my life, I feel like, and I don't think I'm the only person that struggles with that, you know. But if I am gonna do a podcast or do something like this that I have wanted to do for a long time, why am I not taking it more serious and trying to be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been thinking about that a lot lately, you know. It's nothing like it's not that I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I kind of felt silly if I took it too serious. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
But now I feel silly for not taking it serious enough.
In what way?
I mean, I'm having your time, any other guest's time, whoever's time that comes in to do a podcast, right? Or they're giving me their time, you know? And if I don't have a structured conversation somewhat planned out, obviously the conversation is going to spin off and you're going to have genuine moments, but I feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure on the guests, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I could feel that.
yeah. And sometimes pressure makes diamonds, but other times it's just a fart, you know? So I feel like
I think there's other things that come out of pressure too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's rosin.
Sometimes it busts pipes.
Yeah. Yeah, too much pressure could bust a pipe for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make it weird. But as much as I enjoy just goofing off and stuff like that, and I feel like maybe that's how maybe it should happen, is we were being serious and then there's a little bit of just us goofing off for a minute, and then now I'm gonna try to get back to the seriousness. But I actually kind of want to like apologize, like honestly, I want to apologize to the people that do view it, and if they do like it, I mean, I really appreciate that genuinely. But I feel like I should apologize for not having a better, more structured podcast, like something that's more entertainable through and throughout, you know. And that's a lot more difficult than it seems. It really is. It seems like you can just throw a podcast together and just talk and it be, you know, it's gonna be good. But sometimes it is, most of the time it's not, if you don't have some sort of pre-planning to it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how all my videos go on my channel.
Yeah, they're all pre-planned?
No.
None of them.
Not at all. And that's why they're so bad.
What would you, for your
there
style?
Was a couple that were kind of planned, like what I was going to do at least, but not what I was going to say at all. So.
Yeah. Well, we can't plan out exactly what we're going to say, but I think from here on out, my plan for the podcast specifically is to have an overall, first of all, a main topic or goal, right? But then have a list of subtopics that are about that topic,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and none of those, or we don't have to stick to those, and there's no specific amount of time, you know, but maybe it'll be like for this one, I wanted this to be about the podcast, right? And I wanted to first explain my intentions with the podcast in the first place, and then I wanted to apologize for the people who have watched that it hasn't been up to par with maybe what it should be or could be, right? And then third of all, I just wanted to talk about what we're gonna do forward. So I feel like that's not much structure, but it's a little better,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And maybe just as I do it, maybe I'll get better at it. Maybe not.
Maybe get worse.
Yeah. Well, the problem is it is only 6 minutes into it, and I already ran through all the topics that I had.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's always good. I mean, heaven, yeah.
Heaven, yeah. Oh, heaven, yeah.
Yeah.
You've been feeling religious lately?
I wouldn't say religious.
No,
But-
spiritual.
Finding out some stuff, you know?
You've been finding out some stuff.
Yeah.
What'd you find out?
Mainly just like stuff that like I can and can't do very well, you know?
What are some things? Are you serious?
Yeah.
What are some things that you think you can't do very well?
Sales.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like selling to people,
Yeah. Selling
Products.
things. Yeah.
as in electronics.
That's part of it, yeah. I mean, not necessarily that, but stuff related to that.
What part of it do you think is it the interaction with them?
No, I mean, I'm pretty good at that, and like that's one of the things I like about the job is I can like talk to people and stuff, but I don't know, I feel weird bringing up stuff like that, I guess.
Like if you see they're in a situation where they can't necessarily afford a new
Yeah.
item,
Mhm.
but unfortunately your job relies on you trying to sell them those items,
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel morally right.
Yeah. That's a lot of it for sure.
I mean, that's sweet.
Yeah. I
That's sweet of
guess.
you. You do have some human in you after all.
After all, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
man, that's...
I mean, if there was any doubt before, I guess that proved it.
So what are you going to look into?
I don't know.
What do you think you can do well?
I like fixing things.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you want to do, like, mechanic stuff?
I don't know much about it, but I would definitely like to get into that. I kind of wish, because in high school, I took 4 years of construction, not like just shop class, you know, like wood shop or whatever. Like it was actual like construction. Like we built like houses and stuff. Well, not like full houses, but learned how to build houses essentially.
Yeah.
Because we did like sheds that like were like basically tiny houses.
Yeah, I think they did a raffle for those. Don't they normally do a raffle so you could win those afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I don't know if they still do that, but yeah, when I was doing it, that's what they were doing. But I wish I would have either instead done auto shop or like added that, like done like half and half, you know?
Right.
Because I mean, we've done some stuff. I know how to do like basic maintenance type stuff, but I would like to learn more for sure.
Yeah. I
I mean,
remember...
we basically pulled the engine. I mean, we did the transmission, but like all we had to do was like a couple bolts essentially and like more plugs to get the engine out of the cord.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been much more.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Taking stuff out, taking it apart...
Yeah, that's the
a lot
easy part.
easier.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it wasn't for you doing that on that car, I probably never would have done it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I think mechanic stuff, I enjoy it. Like the timing job I did on the Ford.
Mm-hmm.
It was... I actually enjoyed it, but throughout the process, you're cussing the whole time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's odd how at the end of it it's satisfying, you know. But
I mean, if you have all the right tools, it makes things a lot easier, though.
man, you ain't lying. If you ain't got to run to O'Reilly's or rent tools 3 different times because you didn't realize that's what.
Yeah.
See that again?
So, like, if you're, like, at a actual shop where just have the right tools,
Right.
things are easier.
But I was gonna say that again relates to the poor pre-planning thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been trying to focus on like what I want to fix, not mechanically, but
Yeah.
internally.
Life-wise.
Yeah, man. I'm tired of ignoring things, you know.
Yeah.
But dude, I've been doing that my whole life. I was a homework jammer, you know, a paperwork jammer. You know, the kids that just stuff their paper in their book bag and never turn it. The teacher knows you're not. The teacher, when the teacher gave you the homework assignment, they sighed, as specifically you, because it's just a waste of paper. Like I could have just saved this for someone else, like because it's just going into the abyss of your book bag. It's never being turned in, you know. I honestly do not know how I skated through school. Dude, I don't know.
I didn't have a name for it before, but I did the same thing. I don't remember teachers ever sighing at me whenever they gave me the homework, but they pretty much all knew they weren't going to get it back.
Yeah.
I very rarely did homework.
It's an odd mentality that you develop at such an early age. But it comes down to not wanting to, it's like rebelling before you even understand why you're rebelling. It's laziness and rebellious.
I saw a post the other day where somebody was talking about how like kids will go to school, spend like 6 or 7 hours. I mean, some maybe even more if they do sports or whatever. But like spend like most of their day at school, and then teachers will give them homework that would take them like another at least hour or so to do of their own time. Like it makes no sense. Like if it is like work that they were supposed to do in class and weren't able to finish it or whatever, that's one thing. Like maybe they would need that, but to like to give homework and expect them to actually do it is kind of messed up on the teacher's part.
You think so?
Yeah, they should be able to teach enough in the class for them to be able to do the work.
Right.
You know. Or I mean like for like English class, like to read a book or whatever. I feel like that's okay. But to like I don't know, for them to have to go home and spend more of their time that's supposed to be their time, pretty messed up.
And
that's why I didn't do it.
That's why you didn't do it, is because you had better things to do when you got home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video games.
That's what it was?
I mean, that was part of it for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of times it was skateboarding, but when I couldn't skateboard, video games.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. I mean...
A lot of GTA San Andreas.
San Andreas?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I remember leaving my PlayStation 2 on for like weeks at a time because I didn't know how to like save it and stuff.
Relatable.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also like never really tried to do the story. I would get to a certain point and then just use cheats to get everything I wanted.
You remember Grand Theft Auto 3?
Yeah.
So I did the same thing on that. Had to always leave my PlayStation 1 on if I wanted to stay where I was left off because I didn't know how to save it.
Yeah.
And I got to a mission where you had to hit R3 to honk the horn. And I thought the game was messing with me because I was like, there is no R3 on this controller.
Yeah.
And I was stuck.
Unlabeled.
I was done. I was done for. The game beat me.
Yep.
My 10-year-old self was ruined. Mentally.
Why didn't you Google it?
Yeah. Why didn't I Google that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do now.
Do you remember when you got San Andreas? How did you get it? Because obviously we were too young to buy it.
I traded for it, basically.
What'd you trade for it?
So I had a Xbox, like the original Xbox,
Yeah.
and one of my friends had the PlayStation 2,
Mm-hmm.
with San Andreas and a couple other games, and for whatever reason, my friend wanted the Xbox more, so
Right.
I was like, let's trade.
A similar incident happened to me is how I found out about Forza.
Oh yeah.
I traded a GameCube for an Xbox with Forza.
Mm.
I remember when I first got San Andreas, my dad actually bought it for me. And
Reckless.
he was as hyped as I was about it. And he didn't even play games. He just wanted to watch me play it.
Yeah. Want to watch you kill prostitutes?
Literally. I mean, it was like funny and we were goofing off about it. It wasn't so like what it sounds like now. But
Yeah. No, it's always. I mean, I like video games. I don't think they're like. Some people say they like lead to violence or whatever, but it. If your child or adult in your life that plays video games can't separate the two,
Yep.
there's got to be other pretty clear signs of what's going on.
mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's what people try to make it out to be.
No.
I mean, I think some games do kind of push the limit on some things, but like even then, usually it's in such a cartoonic way that like
mm-hmm.
you can clearly separate. Like,
Well, that's why I was bringing it up a little bit is because I remember when he bought it for me. The first thing he said was like, "All right, we're gonna if we get this, or I will get this for you. If you understand the difference? Like, this is a game. This is not real life. Nothing in here is real life. You can't go do any of these things, right?"
yeah.
But I remember even being 9 or 10 years old or however old I was, I already kind of felt like I had like moral direction a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I already felt like, what? I would never shoot a whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like whatever the. So but I did. I used to play the game at my grandma's house, my nana's house, and my step papa, I guess you would call him. He was like a correction officer, and he hated that game. Like it was like a really big
Yeah.
big deal. So if I heard him pull up on the motorcycle, I had to turn it off and throw in MX versus ATV.
Mm-hmm.
Headstrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're good to go. But later on, I found his porn stash. So we're not all good people.
But that did remind me. I don't think I ever really had that conversation with either of my parents.
Really?
I remember them buying some games that had stuff like that, but like now my mom won't buy video games for like presents like at all. Like she refuses to. It's weird.
Yeah. It's just what she believes or how she looks at it.
Yeah. But I remember there was one time I was playing. I think it was the original Driver. You remember that game?
Yeah.
Where you're just like driving around like trying to avoid like being spotted by the police essentially.
Played it on the PC. My granny had it.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I had it on the original PlayStation, I think.
Mm.
But I was playing that, and again, obviously the whole point is to avoid the police. Not that you can like do anything, especially in the first one. You can't really do anything to them. You're just trying to like avoid them.
I mean, dude, you can barely see the screen. The graphics are insane.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. But I don't know. I guess I was at like a higher level. I was playing like on a really like high difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept getting caught, like instantly caught.
You thought it was just high difficulty. No, dude.
Yeah,
You were just 9 years old. You sucked at the game.
No, I
We all
was
did.
probably younger than that even.
Really?
Yeah, I had to be like probably around like 5 or 6 because we still lived out in the country.
Well, you know what? Now I'm starting to agree with your mom, dude. That's too young. That's too young.
Maybe, but again, like you can't even do anything
No, I'm
to
playing.
them.
I was doing the same
I'm
thing.
pretty sure at that point the other driver, driver 3 or drive R or whatever they called it.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the one where you can actually get out. I don't know
Mhm.
if you can like necessarily kill cops or anything, but like you can do more basically. I think that had already come out, but I didn't have that one.
That's how you rate a game.
Yeah.
It's like Simpson home run or whatever it was. Hit and run.
Yeah.
Hit and run. I remember
Yeah.
that one back in the day.
They wouldn't get that one from me, I don't think.
No.
But so like I was just getting mad about it, like trying to play the game, couldn't. So I was like, I hate cops or whatever, hate these cops or something like that. And my mom got so mad.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a video game, like that's part of it. Like, it's not that I hate cops in real life, and even then, like, why do I need to like cops?
Oh, then it becomes,
if they're not helping me, like, why do I need to like them?
I mean, there's
if that's like what her reasoning for being mad about it was, that I am supposed to like cops. Cops are humans. There's some bad humans. Some of those bad humans end up being cops. You can't just like every cop because they're a cop.
No,
yeah, still respect them.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you have to like them.
I don't know. Did you develop that whole point of view back then?
No.
I think
at that point I knew it was separate.
Yeah.
So like at that point I was still under the impression that all cops are good or whatever.
Yeah.
So like it was just the game.
I think she's more or less just, that's her way of being like, I'm gonna raise a good boy. These are the good boy traits. Those are bad boy traits. She doesn't want you to be a bad kid, man. That's all it really came down to. That's what I think. Your mom's a lovely lady.
I'm not saying that she's not.
I know.
I was just saying that it was a weird response to that.
Well, let her play the
Instead
game
of
for
like having
bit.
Like that conversation like you were talking about, like that would be a good time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she just got mad.
Let her play the game.
After that, I tried to get her to play Halo before, and she just did not understand like how to use a controller.
She'll be screaming something sooner or later. Let her play some Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
That stuff gets you hot. That'll make you hot.
Something like that.
I don't know, dude. Mortal Kombat got me heated. Mortal Kombat used to be. But since we're on the video game thing, honestly, the fact that GTA 6 is going to be in Florida, pretty hyped about that.
Yeah.
Pretty hyped.
Florida getting some love.
Has there ever been a game that's based in Florida? Or I guess it's not, it's their version of Florida.
I don't know. I could see maybe like a pirate game. Like would have like part like I don't know. I can't think of any, but I want to say I saw one that was like, it was pretty much like the whole globe.
I know one.
So like there was like a port there.
My bad. Dude, my bad. I'm sorry. That's another problem I need to fix. Is,
What game though?
Okay. Tony Hawk Underground. 2, maybe 1 or 2. You go to Tampa.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, dude, I got you.
Yep, that's true.
I'm sure there's some other games that were in Florida. I mean, Crew, that like racing game. That's supposed to be all over the U.S., but I don't know.
Do we have any tracks here?
Yeah. Oh, Forza's definitely been in Florida.
Oh, true.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to count the tracks, yeah, like
NASCAR games.
NASCAR games.
Daytona, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess this is going off of exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about like overall Florida, but still, Daytona 500 counts.
Yeah. Not that you can really see much of it.
If anybody
just a circle of it.
Think of anything else. What about Cruising Through the USA? That old racing game? Do you go through Florida on there?
Probably.
Maybe.
The semi-driving simulators, probably.
Oh, for sure. Well, at that point, we can go ahead and count Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
But with 6, and then being in Florida, if they're including Northern Florida.
I don't think they are.
They're not including Northern Florida?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just like South Florida area.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
You thought they were gonna include Little Live Oak?
Not Live Oak specifically.
Maybe
If-
Gainesville.
Like just this area,
Yeah.
you know. Remember in San Andreas there was like the redneck area,
Oh yeah.
you know.
I'm sure they will have something like that, but
Out in
I
the
doubt it'll
woods.
be like actually North Florida.
Out in the sticks.
It'll probably like the north side of the map or whatever, but
Yeah.
not
North
like
side.
actually North Florida, just north of Miami.
Is north a side?
I mean, it can be.
It's a top. North is top. Top dog, bro. North is top.
North.
Now that's just a sound. North.
No, it's a song.
By who?
I can't remember the name of the person, but I'm better with names. I mean, song names than people names.
You're better at a face with a song. You're better at seeing.
No.
I don't remember names. I'm more of like a face guy with songs.
What?
You know how people say they remember about people by face?
I'm not good at that either.
Okay. You know who is good at that?
That?
You know who's good at remembering people by faces?
Who?
Leatherface.
Yeah, that's true. He never forgets the face.
Oh my gosh. That's about all I got.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Alright, man. I gotta get to work here in a little bit. I'm Mr. 2 jobs now. 3 if you count this media empire I'm running.
I told you that's job number 1.
This is the main one?
Yeah.
This is the main priority?
Yeah.
Well, I'm fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, I don't know how long we'll be able to do it for, but I'm gonna try.
Life.
Life is, I mean, I've gotten this far.
Yeah.
I've never had 2 jobs before.
Oh, that part? I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the media empire.
No, I've never had that either.
Yeah, 2 jobs would be rough. But it depends on the hours, too, probably.
I'm working every day.
It's a lot.
I'm needed. My position is valued. Unlike here. No, it's pretty cool actually. I like how the second job came up. I don't really want to say who, but it's like it's a place that sells stuff for your house,
Oh.
like Good Wiener. They don't sell Good Wiener, but I'm saying the name is like Good Wiener,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
but not that. It's like the opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was told that
I thought you were saying that you sell Good Wiener for your house.
no. I couldn't sell that. I don't. You have to have it to sell it.
Yeah.
So it's not in stock.
That's my problem with sales, too.
You're not, even if you do have it, I can't. I don't have the sales.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the core. That's like the relation to Riz.
Mm.
You have no sales Riz.
That's what they told me in like the sales training.
They told
thing.
you have no Riz.
Well, not me specifically, but they were like, we like to hire like married guys because they can obviously sell.
I'd sue him.
Yeah,
That sounds like sexual harassment if I've ever heard it.
it's discrimination to single people.
Yeah. Wow. So, as I was saying though, the job thing came up
Mm.
because I used to work there a while back, and I made it an impression apparently, and they said they needed my help, and I felt honored.
I would too.
Yeah. So now
They need you.
Yeah.
Calling you back in.
I don't think I have OCD, but I like things like wherever if I have like a place of work, like say your kitchen, like I'm not gonna cook without I need it to be all clean before I cook. I can't cook with a messy kitchen. So it's the same thing with like work. Like you like your work needs to be like a clean environment and have it organized. It'll be easier to work. It won't be so aggravating, you know. So while I was there, that's just what was like part of my goal. You know, when I had extra time, I was trying to organize things and get it like nicer, and apparently it made an impression. So it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool. So
You
now
should see my work truck. It's a mess.
your work truck is a mess.
Yeah.
Get it organized, dude.
It's like the new stuff is organized.
Yeah.
It's the old stuff that doesn't have anywhere to go that
Right.
just ends up piling up.
Right.
And I don't know anybody that wants copper wire, so
Oh, I know. There's plenty of people that want copper wire, dude.
I got plenty of it if somebody wants to hit me up.
You're gonna get blown up.
Yeah. I mean it's like thin. It's not like crazy thick or anything, but
That's what I tell them.
yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I gotta replace a bunch of wire a lot of the time, and that and like the old equipment just like pile up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Once it piles up, it's a harder job. So once you can get it all organized, if you keep it organized, it'll always be organized.
Well, that's
And
what I
that's
do
the
with
plan for this.
That's what I do with the new stuff. The new stuff's organized, but
Right.
again, there's just not a spot for the old stuff with the new stuff being organized.
You'll get there. I believe in you. I really do.
I think I'm just gonna look for a different job because
I'm gonna go
Again.
elsewhere and make a mess there.
no.
And I'll leave it there. I'm playing, dude.
But no, I like working. I like doing stuff. Like the work is fine. If it was just that, I'd be fine. But then they add sales on top, and I can't do it.
No bueno.
Yep.
So if anybody knows a job Little Winded can get at
Get on.
to
I wouldn't say in, but yeah.
a job you can get in,
There's trucks I can get in, but
these
I
people
don't know
gave
about
you your
jobs.
own work truck and you are about to leave them. I would
they
do.
didn't give me one. They let me use it.
True. We're about to have to get out of here though, man. I need to give myself a little bit of time to take a shower and get dressed and drive into work.
Working, man.
Work. I got 3. I'm like Rihanna out here.
I think she said it more than 3 times. but yeah.
Work. Damn it.
Yeah.
I'll get a couple more jobs. All right, man. Appreciate y'all. More than
Yeah.
you know it. This guy doesn't, though.
I don't know where that thought came up, but I appreciate all the love
Yeah,
and support that we've gotten
pretty thankful.
from the 3 people.
It's a little more than that.
The 3 people we don't know.
Yeah. Love you guys.